First, we're going to talk about purchase order creation methods. So originally, purchase orders were created either through the requisition worksheet using the drop shipment and get sales order action, or by manually creating a purchase order and then using get sales order. New options are now available in this new streamlined process. Now you can create purchase order or purchase orders create the purchase order or purchase orders through the sales order, order planning, or the planning worksheet. Okay, so we're now going to go into a demo.
So we're going into Business Central. We're going to first create the sales order. So we'll do a new sales order. Just pick our customer. And then usually go on drop shipments, usually have a drop shipment location. This helps when you're reviewing your location. There shouldn't be any inventory in there, and that makes it easier to just review and make sure that all drop shipments have been done properly. Okay, we're going to enter our item number. Then we also have a couple of fields that you'll want to unhide if you don't have those already, is the purchasing code, the drop shipment, and the purchase order number. So then we'll want to select that it's a drop shipment. It automatically checks the drop shipment box on there. We'll just enter one other item. So put drop shipment. Okay, then from here, we're going to go to the action function, create purchase document, and create purchase orders. This brings up the create purchase order screen that lets you see your items. Also, if on your items you have designated a vendor, it will pull in the vendor name on there. If you need to change it, you're able to hit the 3 dots and then you can change the vendor. And then it shows you your quantity to purchase. Once everything looks good, you can hit your OK. And then it has your purchase orders that it created. So you're able to view, if you click on the purchase order number, you can look at the purchase orders and do any additional items that you need to on your purchase order. We'll just go back. And then we can see that the purchase order number has been put in there so that those lines are linked together. So that's the way we create the purchase order from the sales order.
Okay.
Okay, then the next one, we'll go ahead and just create a new sales order. Enter the location. And then enter our item. And that it's a drop shipment. Okay, then from here, we will want to go to our order planning worksheet. And then we'll go to calculate plan. And then it's brought in our current sales order that we just created. And then from here, you can make the orders. And we can also see, I also brought in the location code. If you don't have that, just personalize your screen. You can see that it's direct. And we make our orders. Hit OK. And then we can see that the purchase order has been created on there. Then the next one we're going to do is going to be, we'll go ahead and create our sales order. Enter our items again. And our purchasing code. Okay, and then we're going to search for Planning Worksheet. Okay, and so on our Planning Worksheet, we have a drop shipment tab here, and then we do get sales orders. Okay. Then we can see the new lines. We can see all the lines for the drop shipment sales order that we just created. Here's also our location code that shows that. And then we can carry out the action. We want to make purchase orders. Now when we go back to our sales order, we can see that the purchase order that it created. And we can also go to purchase orders. We can see the purchase order list and see the drop shipments that we created. So that's going over how to create the 3 new ways of creating a purchase order from your sales order.